Have you ever looked up at the moon and wondered, can I own a piece of that? It's a fascinating thought to be a lunar landowner, to gaze upon the night sky and know a part of it is yours. But can you really buy land on the moon? The short answer is no, not really. The moon, unlike any place on Earth, isn't subject to individual ownership. It's not like buying a house or a plot of land in your hometown. There are international agreements in place that govern how we, as a global community, treat celestial bodies like the moon. So, while the idea of owning a piece of the moon is captivating, the reality is much more complicated. The moon for now remains beyond the reach of individual ownership, a celestial wonder we can all admire and explore together. In 1967, with the space race in full swing, the United Nations established a set of principles to govern how nations interact in space. This agreement, known as the Outer Space Treaty, laid the groundwork for peaceful exploration and cooperation in space. One of the key points of this treaty is that no nation can claim sovereignty over the moon or any other celestial body. It's like saying no country can plant its flag on the moon and declare it their own. This treaty ensures that space, including the moon, remains a global commons, accessible to all for exploration and scientific discovery. So, while individual ownership is off the table, the treaty encourages collaboration and shared stewardship of space. Despite the Outer Space Treaty, some private companies claim to sell lunar land. They offer deeds and certificates, promising a piece of the moon in exchange for a fee. They argue that while nations can't own the moon, the treaty doesn't explicitly prohibit individuals from owning it. However, the legal validity of these claims is highly questionable. The Outer Space Treaty clearly states that space is not subject to national appropriation by claim of sovereignty, by means of use or occupation, or by any other means. This implies that no one, individual or nation, can claim ownership of celestial bodies. These companies are essentially selling a dream, a novelty item, rather than a legally binding claim to lunar property. It's important to be aware of these claims and to approach them with a healthy dose of skepticism. The question of lunar ownership is far from settled. As we venture further into space and technology advances, the legal and ethical considerations surrounding celestial property will only become more complex. Will we mine the moon for resources? Will we establish permanent settlements? These questions will require careful consideration and international cooperation to ensure the responsible and equitable use of space. For now, the moon remains a shared treasure, a source of wonder and inspiration for all humankind. While the dream of owning a piece of the moon may be just that, a dream, the future of lunar exploration is bright. As we continue to unlock the mysteries of the cosmos, one thing is certain: the moon will continue to captivate our imagination and inspire generations to come.